I'm starting off with a retort that is becoming familiar with Republicans, David Axelrod, which is this: when is Hillary Clinton going to answer questions from the media? Well, we did our own little math here, and what's been amazing, since Hillary Clinton became a official candidate for president, there has been a Clinton that has taken quite a few media questions on camera. Bill Clinton has taken 39 questions on camera. That includes Letterman, Cynthia McFadden, our colleague, also a CNN interview. Hillary Clinton has done 9. NPR puts it up to 13 because of a question might say, how are you feeling?
Part of that is because a lot of the questions were about the Clinton Foundation, and they made a decision to let him handle those. But look, I think she has to get out there. She has to answer questions, and she has to do it routinely, so it's not a major news event when she takes a few questions from the news media.
It makes the press conference seem relevant.
She has to do it quickly, and she has to start getting into the rhythm of a campaign where there's where she's out there, she's answering questions, she's making speeches, and she's not. You know, it would be a terrible mistake to not do that.
But it does make Bill Clinton right now the face of the Clinton campaign. I mean, in an odd way. I mean, I don't think that was necessary. Right, he hasn't been helpful.
No, he's not been helpful at all. I mean, he's fed this notion, you know, that she's inauthentic.
Well, I'm sorry, Sarah, go ahead.
No, I mean, you talk about the fact that, you know, oh, we have to pay our bills. Right. You know, we have a different standard. It's unfair. Right. And, you know, you guys marched into the White House on Change You Can Believe In because you knew that was viewed as dishonest.
Learned in 2008,
and it's the same problem she has today.
We learned in 2008 that Bill Clinton, who's a brilliant politician, is not necessarily a brilliant politician when he's involved, when his wife is involved in the campaign, and maybe it's better to keep him in the background.
You know, we also got the financial disclosure. Tom Friedman, do you think this matters? Over the last year, it's a stunning number. 104 speeches that the two Clintons have gave over 16 months. They made over $25 million for these speeches. It seems as if, was that, you know, do you have to do all of that? It's all paid speak. And here she wants to talk about income inequality. Do you think that's going to lead to sort of a tone deafness?
You know, I don't know, Chuck. Money in politics now is big as all outdoors. I don't know how long that lasts, but I would tell you this. I'll go back to what David and Sarah said. It's going to last a long time if she doesn't come out there and talk about a real vision that she has for the country and why she is running for president. I've only covered one campaign. It was Bill Clinton's. And I knew why he was running.
From the beginning.
From the beginning. Yeah. He was a conservative Democrat. He had a take on the world, and everything was connected to that. And I think what hobbled Hillary last time is what I see hobbling her again, which is why, what is your take on the world? What do you really believe? And how is this connected to that? And until she fills that void, money, everything else is going to jump in there.
You know, Helene, I know you're a national security reporter. You're not a political reporter. So you covered her as the national security leader. But do you feel like you got a sense of what her vision is for the world?
I don't think I have as good a sense as I could have, and I'm really perplexed because she's been through this before. And it's really, the weird thing for me is I see her making a lot of the same mistakes as she did in 2008, and I find that a little perplexing. We've seen a lot of, you know, Hillary Clinton on the defensive. We haven't seen her on the front foot going forward, and I'm very perplexed as to why we're not seeing that. I do agree that she should be coming out a whole lot more, in particular, so that it's not as big a news event.
The hypothetical for her, Chuck, is if you were Secretary of State, negotiated the Trans-Pacific trade agreement and the Iran nuclear deal, would you support the Trans-Pacific trade deal and the nuclear deal? I mean, and she's wished on both.
And it does seem as if she's
encouraging her to come out.
She's just been so tentative on that, and that's like, it's...
Right.
Rand Paul had the right question. Knowing what we know now, would you have gone into Libya?
No, it's another...
And Eddie Stanky, the old baseball manager, had the right adage, which is no risk baseball is second division baseball.
Well, and let me tell you about